Good evening and welcome to your favorite sports show, Daily Trust Sports Show. My name is Joshua Odemi, your sports commando. And with me today, as usual, to talk about sports is Mr. Jide Olushola. You're welcome to the show.
Good to be here again.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah. Today we will be talking about the Golden Eagle, the Nigerian under-17 male team who are presently in Brazil, making Nigeria proud. Yesterday, they had another wonderful comeback. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about the main matches today at the Carabao Cup, where Manchester United and Chelsea will be locking arms, and Arsenal will be visiting Liverpool, a very dreaded place for them again tonight. Also, we'll look at the results for yesterday. Actually, Manchester City played yesterday and some other big teams played yesterday. We'll look at the results. We'll also look at the fixtures for the Premiership, the English Premiership at the weekend. And of course, if we still have time, we'll try to look at the MPFL that will be kick-starting this Sunday. So you can join the conversation on our Facebook page, Daily Trust, and on our Twitter handle, Daily_Trust. Yeah, let's start with the under 17 team, the Golden Eagles. Yesterday, against all odds, they came back from a 2-1 down, just the way they did in their first match, where they were down 2-1 and three quick goals. They scored 3 quick goals to win the match, and that's the same thing they did yesterday. In fact, the back-to-back comeback. How do you, this under-17 team that Nigeria took to Brazil, how do you see this team?
Basically, this under-17 team, it's a good team. It's a bunch of good players and everything. But I have one issue. The issue has to do with their defense. They're leaking in too much goals. Now, against our first match against Hungary, now they're behind. And if you meet a tougher position and you're already 2 goals down, it's very difficult to score, to equalize and probably win the game. So now they're almost like comeback kings now. They came back from 2 goals down against Hungary. Now they came back against Ecuador. Now they are taking their chances. They are being lucky right now. So
were they actually being lucky? But when you look at the statistics, let's take yesterday match for instance. We look at all the statistics. They had a better goal, shot on goal, shot off targets, possession, everything.
No doubt about that. Yeah. The main issue is their back line. You can't be shipping in goals as much as you have shipped in.
The 4 goals in 2 games.
And then you are now rushing you're now looking for you to equalize first and probably now win the game. You are lucky the first time, you're lucky the second time. I'm not saying they're not good.
Or is not a game plan.
When they meet a tougher team, a stronger team that probably will lock up their defense after scoring.
And you feel Ecuador were not strong enough.
They didn't lock up their defense. They could meet another team now, whoever probably is at the second round, that will score Nigeria first and now lock up their defense and play all defense. It might be very difficult for Nigerians to breach such defense. I don't know any other team that can do that. So they should not take their chance by exposing their back line so much to concede very early goals.
Well, let's look at the goals. Like yesterday's match, they scored first. They scored Nigeria scored first on the 5th minute, and there was an own goal by Jinedu. And in the second half, it was a penalty.
Yes,
it was in a penalty spot kick.
I wish understand where I'm going to. I'm not saying this, but they are good. The forward line is okay. But again, my problem is just the midfield. It's just the defense.
There is argument that if you can score as much as you are, more than you are conceding, you are good to go. There are some of the top coaches that I have. A
time will come whereby the strikers could be off day. It can happen.
The strikers were off day yesterday, and the midfielder scored the hat-trick.
Okay, so now the strikers were off day yesterday. And what happens if the midfielder as well goes on break and the defense now ships in goals? Then I don't want the so by will not be struggling. I'm not struggling passing. Will not be rushing or looking for to equalize first and probably now win. Now the aim of yesterday was probably to equalize first. Once you equalize, at least
stabilize the match.
Yes, not look for how to win. So if you're not 2 goals down, 3 goals down, you're not looking for how to score first goal, second goal, third goal, they're now to equalize.
But they've not considered 2-3 goals down.
They've considered 2 goals.
2 goals. Well, it was one goal deficit, of course.
Yes, which they could still
easily compare.
But let's the coach, what's called again, Manugaba, work on that defense. Basically, if that defense is tightened up a little bit more than they were in the first and second match. Let's take out the third match. They are very qualified for the group of the next round.
So probably Bichi will be playing the next match. So now, let's look at the player that actually shown yesterday. He scored the first hat-trick in this competition so far. He's a midfielder and actually was about missing out of this competition.
Based on the MRI scan that said he was
actually older than
the mixture in the MRI scan and everything.
Was it actually a mixture or somebody doing some dirty job somewhere?
I don't know about that one. But anyway, kudos to Said for being the third Nigerian to score hat-trick. The first was Kanu Nwankwo in Japan 93. Second was Victor Osimhen in Chile 2015. So now is Said that scored. He's now the third Nigerian to score hat-trick for us at the age grade level. So kudos to Said. He has shown his quality. In fairness, I don't really know so much about the Said per se, because now the issue about the under-17 national team is that there's no progression for these boys. What I mean by progression now after this under-17, we might not hear about these guys any longer again. Some of them.
That has always been the problem. You cannot take everybody along. There will be 1, 2, or 3 of them that will actually graduate into the under-20 team, then to Olympic team, then to national team.
Okay, let's take a look back to the previous under-17.
Let's just look at it. Let us go too far. Maybe the last two, 2013 and 2015, of course, where we have players like Victor Osimhen, like
lucky ones,
Wakali, like Enocha, like Alan Pasu.
Let's go back beyond that. Now the period of Little Messi, Okoro, the period of Chrysanthus. Now we all expected that all those guys now were fabulous. At least they won the under-17.
Actually, we both know that those players at that time were not 70-year-old players.
So now
but in the past few years, about 5-6 years, we've seen that majority of this team, majority of the players in this team
can tell you Joshua now,
of course,
that you are 17
years old. But when you look at these players, you can say, okay, they could be 17, 18, but they are not so old as we used to have them then.
Fine.
So if you look at the past 3-4 competitions, we've had players who had gone all, like Chukwueze that is making all the waves. He was part of the team one time.
Between me and you now, we know that not all the players at this under-17 World Cup are actually under-17.
Of course, but they're one of our youngest team.
Fine. Facially, they look young. Let's just put that apart. Now, where I'm driving at is that there's no progression, or rather, I don't know about this. I don't know what happened tomorrow, next year. But as it is, the standard right now is that the unlucky standard is that there is no progression for all these boys from under-17. If you can conquer under-17 World Cup, what stops us from conquering under-20 World Cup and also getting to the Senior World Cup? Look at.
We both know that.
Joshua, let me talk now. Hold on first. Look at someone like Tony Kroos now, who came from under-17 to the Senior World Cup. We know that yes, he was actually under-17 at that period. He was the third best player during Christos Macaulay's period, and was able to progress from under-17 down till he got to the senior national team, and is able to win every other trophy available on European soccer. The same look at Lionel Messi too. I don't know whether he went to under-17, but at least I knew him from under-20 World Cup, and he progressed to the senior team. We have seen such other. Okay, look at Nigeria 99 as well too. Where I can still recall very, very well all the Spanish players that came to Nigeria. Most of them played. We also saw them play at the national team, at the senior national team, and the players that played with them at that period in 1999 were they at our national team.
Okay, the issue with it. What I noticed about our own problem.
If you can keep these players together, pick the good ones and blend them on a 20 World Cup as they grow older. From on a 20 World Cup, progress some of them again to take over from the senior national team.
I think it's an administrative stuff, not something that has to do with the players.
Sometimes these players are actually their age.
No,
that is what
in those days, but now
the progression can happen.
No. I actually believe that most of these players after the competition, if they played well after the competition, most of them move to Europe to better clubs, and unfortunately, some of them move to bigger clubs where they cannot even get playing time. So if they don't get playing time, they cannot be seen, and if they are not seen, the coaches who are in charge of the other age grade groups may not even invite them. And again, we know that it's not the same coach that coached them in the under 17 team that will go ahead to coach the under 20 teams. When the coach for the under 20 comes, he has his own choice of players. He has his own game plans, how he wants his game to be played, and some of those players may not fit in for him. And except those of these players that are doing exceptionally well in their respective club, that they will be forced to invite. But on the average, in the past few years, under 17 players have gone. They've gone on to shine in Europe.
I'm not talking. Yes, I agree with you. I'm not talking about their playing skills career in Europe. I'm looking at.
But is that what brings them? That's what gained them invitation back to the national team. This is a country of almost 200 million people.
But many of them have been invited into the national team. Just you can pick. You can just pick. Because Osimhen is one of the lucky ones.
He's one of them. He's doing well in this club. He's doing well.
Joshua, I'm not.
When you do well, you'll be invited.
Where are the other ones? Why are they not doing well?
This is a good question. Why are they not doing well?
Yes.
So what about
age has caught up with them?
No. When you talk about player like Mario Balotelli, who was a golden boy when he was 16, 17. Wait, all the big clubs in the world, in Europe, were after him until he moved to Manchester City, and from then, he's just like an average player. And he was a golden boy then.
What happened to Balotelli? Youthful exuberance.
That is what happens to most of them.
It was a lazy, not lazy, it was just a
nonchalant type of person.
Yes.
So that's what happens to most of them. Some of them have so much potentials, but they may not be able to fulfill them. So let's leave that and move to Europe now. Which then they'll be playing their third match against Austria on November 1st.
That's Friday.
Friday, so that they will know who tops the group.
We are topping the group.
Yes, of course. After the third match, before we know who tops the group and who will be playing next.
Gaba can afford to bring in
other players. So.
Yes, since we're very qualified for the.
Okay, now let's quickly dive into the Carabao Cup, where the big boys will be trading tackles tonight. Let's quickly look at the results for yesterday. Yesterday, Bolton Albion against Leicester City. Leicester City actually won 3-1 away.
Iheanacho scored the first goal.
Yeah, Iheanacho. He has been relegated to League Cup games.
And funny enough, in that game, I was not expecting to play the whole 90 minutes. I think another 6-70 minutes was taken out again from the match. So I don't know about that Iheanacho. There's something wrong somewhere. So the other matches we have: Crowell Town 1, Colchester United 3, Everton. Iwobi's Everton came up victorious against Watford 2-0. Manchester City actually beat Southampton 3-1. This week has not been good for Southampton after being whitewashed 9-0 by Leicester City at the weekend. They've shipped in 12 goals now.
12 goals just within 5-6 days.
Friday to
Tuesday. 5 days.
12 goals.
Yeah, without only one reply. Then Oxford United and Sunderland actually played a 1-1 draw. But Oxford United went on to win on penalties 4-2. Tonight, Liverpool will be hosting Arsenal at 7:30 p.m. Aston Villa will be at home against Wolves, while Manchester United will be going all the way to the Stamford Bridge to meet a
Resurgent.
stronger Chelsea. Now let's look at Manchester United Chelsea.
Okay, before we go to the Manchester United Chelsea, let me just say, this is the end of the road for your club, Arsenal.
No, let's do Manchester United Chelsea first.
That's for you. I mean, I have to go.
Let's do Manchester United Chelsea, but then we cannot go to Arsenal. Liverpool.
To Arsenal fans, the road has ended for this cup. So now Manchester United and Chelsea. I see both teams. The very first match of this season between those two clubs, Man U defeated Chelsea. I think 4-0.
4-0.
But then after that defeat, Chelsea picked up gradually, and they have won 7 games in a row in all competitions. They've not lost in the last 7 games. So they're hoping to make it the 8th game tonight against Manchester United, who have now gone 3 games unbeaten. They won 2 and they drew 1. Their last 3 games unbeaten. But in all the same, I see Chelsea personally defeating Manchester United tonight. And
of course,
I expect Manchester to score. Chelsea will score because both teams, their defenses are not.
But I'm not expecting Manchester United to fill their full squad because they are short of manpower now. So of course they will bring in some younger players to.
And I know that Chelsea now they cannot buy players, so they are bringing in from the academy.
They actually have. Experienced players who are not playing regularly, like Olivier Giroud, like Batshuayi, they have big players who are not playing regularly. So
the odds
will be an
are
opportunity
in favor
for them
of
to
Chelsea tonight against Manchester United.
Okay, actually, after that defeat, that 4-0, the team has been able to gather themselves together, and the new block boys like Mason Mount. Fikayo Tamori, Tammy Abraham, the young boys,
and now Christian
Pulisic. So these young guys, they have blended into the team, and they're actually playing well as a unit now, and they've been achieving results. So it's going to be a different Chelsea against Manchester United tonight.
So that's what I'm saying. All odds are in favor of Chelsea to defeat Manchester United tonight.
Okay. Now let's go to the big one.
It's not a big one.
It's a big one. Liverpool hosting Arsenal. Arsenal has been having a mixed result in recent time, and they have seems to have a serious problem.
Why is it a big one? It's not a big one at all.
It's a big one.
The gulf between Liverpool and Arsenal is so wide. It's not a big one. It's like Liverpool is playing against a second league club.
That is serious.
Yeah, that's serious. Apologies to all Arsenal fans, but you know that your club right now is in shambles. So it's a complete walkover for. And Arsenal is even going to play at Anfield. How will Arsenal escape Anfield?
Okay, before we talk about who will beat who, we look at the news, the team news. The Liverpool assistant manager Pepe Linja, he has ruled out Joel Matip. He has a new problem. Then Arsenal will be without captain Granit Xhaka. A decision Unai Emery made to following his problem with the fans. Then of course. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will be rested. David Luiz and Callum Chambers also will be rested. While Mesut Ozil may be playing tonight after being axed from the team.
Wait, the Ozil take this guy's girlfriend or something? I don't know why. This is the most creative player you have in your team. Yes, Ozil can be lazy, but that's his nature. He's not a hustler for balls. But once Ozil's on his good day, he can close his eyes and give you a defense-splitting pass. Of course.
But coaches are different. When Arsene Wenger was in charge, Arsene Wenger would tell you, look, Ozil may not be running everywhere.
He's not the running type.
But he makes his impact. And at the end of the day, when you look at when Arsene Wenger brought out the statistics, it shows that Ozil had more passes, more offensive passes, more chances created, more goals, even than people thought he had done. But for Unai Emery, he has a very different tactic, a very different approach to his game. He wants everybody to be working hard and to be seen working hard, you know. So that's why when you see Danny Ceballos, you see him creating chances, coming back to defend, you know. Ozil doesn't do that. Ozil will even he will leave the space for an opponent to pass.
He's not the only time I saw Ozil
he had to do with the
for
coach.
Ball was when he was Real Madrid against El Clasico Barca, that Mourinho needed to win that match. That's when I saw that second leg of Copa del Rey that Madrid needed to win that match. That was when I saw Ozil really also for Ball. That's the only time, because I probably were angry because it was El Clasico. But Ozil is not the type that also for balls.
Coaches pick players that can deliver
on
the approach they want. So I think, and Emery is telling you that, look, I'm not taking this decision on my own. The board is backing me up. This type of players I want.
They'll sack him.
Oh, that is one couple of things. So also, Emiliano Martinez is likely to be between the sticks, while Rob Holding, Hector Bellerin said Kolasinac, Lucas Torreira, and our own Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli could start tonight. Now let's quickly get the comments from our viewers and see what they are saying. Tenimu Salisu Abdullahi say up Manchester United is going to be 2-0 against Chelsea. Samsudin Waziri say Chelsea will beat Manchester United 2-0. I don't know, these are two different fans, but they predicted the same scoreline for their respective teams. So it's going to be 2-0. The both of them say, but let's look at our Twitter handle and see what they are saying. S. Sunny Father is saying, I believe United can eliminate Chelsea, especially with Martial back in the lineup, and also that away win record was broken. Yes, we made it in Europa League and also against Norwich in our last. What he's trying to say is that they've not been doing well away in the past few months, but in their last two matches, they've been able to get results away. And based on that level of confidence, they could go to the Stamford Bridge and break down the bridge.
The game is by 2 o'clock, I guess.
Yes.
So we're at 8 o'clock. Or rather, by 10, we know the winner.
Okay. Osita Nwokolo is saying Chelsea and Arsenal are leaving the Carabao Cup tonight.
Chelsea and Arsenal?
Yes, that's what you say.
Okay.
Arsenal will be leaving.
No, it's almost certain that Arsenal is going to leave. Because I don't see what
Arsenal may shock you.
Please.
One thing I've learned about Arsenal is that when you expect so much from them, they will obviously disappoint you. But when you rule them off,
this one that are ruled off, and checked out, of the competition.
Okay, now let's quickly look at the Opta statistics.
And eye flying.
Let me surprise you with some of the statistics.
Leave those stats.
This will be the 5th League Cup matches between Liverpool and Arsenal, making it the most played fixture in the competition's history. Yeah, Arsenal have won the 2 most recent League Cup meetings between these two sides. 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium in 2009, 2010, and 6-3 at Anfield in 2006-2007 season. Liverpool have lost consecutive League Cup matches at Anfield, 0-1 against Southampton in 2016 and 17, and 1-2 against Chelsea last season. This is their worst ever run in the competition on home soil. Arsenal have been drawn away from home in a single-legged League Cup tie for the first time since September 2016, when they defeated Nottingham Forest 4-0. Roberto Firmino has scored 8 goals in 9 appearances for Liverpool against Arsenal. In all competitions, with 7 of those coming across 5 games at Anfield. So now the odds are very high.
The last time
Roberto Firmino is going to score Arsenal.
The last time Arsenal defeated Liverpool was in 2016. When? Then there was no Jurgen Klopp.
There was no Mohamed Salah.
There was no Mohamed Salah there. There was no Sadio Mane. So
there was no Roberto Firmino.
So all those stats were for them Gerrard sets.
And those days were Arsene Wenger's.
There was on form, but not this current European champions. Let's leave it.
So for you, if you are the Arsenal coach tonight, what will you do differently to ensure results?
Maybe because I'm biased, but I'll just give up. just say the players.
That's too harsh.
Just say the players. Go and play your game.
Just go and enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
Make sure the goals are not too much.
Play yourself, show your skills. Finish. Bring Saka. Let us see what Saka can do.
No, Saka is one of the bright players coming out from the academy in Arsenal, and I'm very happy that he's a Nigerian-born player, and I hope he will choose to play for Nigeria.
Hopefully. At least he's still a young guy, learning the ropes, so we should not expect so much from him to perform to dazzle the whole of.
But he has been doing that for Arsenal. In some games, he is just the only difference for Arsenal.
Yeah, I've seen one or two of his games, and I was impressed. But all the same, we should not expect him to dazzle a Liverpool team. He might just, show us some skills. Experience will still count against him.
Maybe seeing Nicolas Pepe tonight again.
Oh, okay. Probably will score two quick free.
So quickly, our time is fast spent. Let's quickly look at the fixtures for the weekend in the Premier League. We have on Saturday, 2nd November, Bournemouth will be at home against Manchester United, while Wolf will travel to the Emirates Stadium to meet either a revitalized Arsenal or a wounded Arsenal, depending on what happens tonight.
It will be wounded.
Then Aston Villa will be going to Anfield to meet Liverpool, while Brighton and Hove Albion we host Norwich City. Manchester City will be at home against Southampton again. That will be their two meetings in just a few days. They actually beat 3-1 yesterday. Beat them 3-1 yesterday. Then Sheffield United will host Burnley. All these games will take place at 3 p.m. Newcastle we welcome West Ham United as well at the same time. While Chelsea will be going to Watford at 5:30 that same Saturday. On Sunday, Crystal Palace will host Leicester City, while Everton will be at home against Tottenham Hotspur as well. Tottenham Hotspur, I don't know what is wrong with them in these few months or few weeks. They've not been at their best. Some people are saying it's fatigue. Some people are saying
yes. I think it's fatigue. Look at the, last season. No, they didn't buy any player last season.
Yeah, but they bought this season.
Yeah, they bought this season, and probably those players you used them a season before, the same set. Use them last season again. So fatigue, and how many weeks holiday did they actually have before they went to preseason? But that's not an excuse anyway.
From some people, some other people are saying, look, the Premier League clubs are understanding Mauricio Pochettino's tactics already.
Yes.
And just the way it happened to Arsene Wenger came to the Premier League with a new set of idea, and he was just bulldozing everybody for a very long time. But when they got to understand his style of play, he was like Arsenal became just like an ordinary team. So people were saying, look, the clubs are understanding Pochettino's tactics already.
I just want that guy to win the trophy.
Yeah.
I wanted to win the trophy. I tried so much for that club that he deserves, even though it just is a Carabao Cup he wins or FA Cup, something. At least a trophy to show for his effort for the past.
He has always come in second best, third best, all this while.
But now this season they are topping the bottom 10.
Bottom 10. Just like Manchester United.
No, they've climbed up into the first half, into the first 10. But Tottenham are they're 11th on the log right now. So let's just see how he can able to galvanize his team together and ensure that they pick up from where they stopped last season. Remember, they are European finalists. And
they got to the final.
They got to the finals against all odds.
And that's why you see most people are saying maybe it's because of the fatigue. The same team, the same player. The team is not big.
Yes, just because one or two players that just came in. So they played
everything. They played the FA Cup, played the Carabao Cup, played Premier League, and they fought all through to the last in the Premiership just to stay in the top 4. Yeah. Then they played Champions League to the final. So it was a very
just one or two players that Dombele and one other guy
that they brought in.
Just one or two players just to shut up the midfield.
Okay, let me just read out 2 more comments, then I will get your prediction for the matches. Alaji A. Ago, he said Manchester United versus Chelsea is going to be a draw match. Of course, even if it's drawn, they have to
Somebody
go.
must go.
Somebody
Somebody must leave.
Somebody must leave. Then Umar Jido Paria, he said Manchester United will beat Chelsea 3-0. I just say you're too ambitious. 3-0. How is that possible?
Yeah, I like the optimism.
Okay, for you, Chelsea, Manchester United, what?
2-1.
In favor of?
Chelsea.
Arsenal, Liverpool.
4-0.
In favor of?
Of course. Never walk alone.
It's okay.
Liverpool. No, let me on the match shows probably 2-0 for against for Liverpool against Arsenal.
Okay. So that's this where we draw the curtain for today. Thank you all for staying with us all through the program, and we promise to be with you again this time next week for another action-filled episode. Thank you for staying with us. Bye.